Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas, and welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Welcome back from the holiday. It's good to be back. We just finished a pre-market show. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be. Day trading like a predator. Aaron Korn, good morning. Kellyanne Bernadette, no trigger, no trade. Frank Angelo, good morning, guys. Make sure you drop a GM in the chat. It's good to be back. And as nice as holidays are, it just means that we have a shortened trading week. Less time together. That's what makes me sad. If I could get a quick chart check as well from you guys, that would be great. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. It's good to be back. Kevin Mack, back from vacation and ready to eat some bamboo. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Major Dave, good morning. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the volume is just sucked dry. I'm not sure. Is it just me? How long are these candles taking to make? This one took 3 minutes. This one took 5 minutes to create. A little more than 3 minutes here now. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. 5 minutes. Bernadette confirming our charts are the same. Appreciate that. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Market is about to open. If you did anything interesting this weekend, let me know in the chat. A lot of you guys think it's going to be a bull trend day today. The daily chart is showing a gap up, but it's a little bit interesting because we actually had a trading day yesterday, but it's not recognizing that. Like, we had a half day, but it's not recognizing that, and it looks like we're just gapping up here. But currently still in our channel here, in my opinion, and we could be kind of coming off the bottom here. If that's the bottom, then maybe we can use this kind of more of these wicks hitting the bottom here, maybe bouncing off back to the top of this channel. And if we get back to the top, I don't know if the channel will last. We could have, right, a break of trend, small break of trend, but break of trend to new low. Could have a reversal set up here on the daily chart. Could be setting up. 2000 tick chart currently, I just see a break of trend to new, or first break of trend here. Looking for a new low, see if we get it. Also bouncing off yesterday's or the previous day's high, which is a half day, but still previous day's high. Actually, is this previous day's high? Yes, it is. Yes, that's previous. Okay, so this half day is being counted in this in the futures. morning, guys. Good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. We're looking for a new low still. This could also be overshoot or undershoot to overshoot. Mo7sin asks, any idea how to automate the stop loss to move to break even after first scalp? It's a little tricky. The only way to really do it is by making automated strategy, actually, unfortunately. You can kind of pseudo do it, but it doesn't account for filling. So the thing about automated strategy is you can add the little extra I guess a little extra detail that you will only move the stop loss after you get filled. So the thing about this is that if you use, there's like a auto break even, and the auto break even only considers if the price touches a certain target, not if you get filled. So there are times where, you know, the price will touch your target, obviously, and sometimes you're not filled yet, and it'll move your break even. So if you don't mind that, then you can always use that. But yeah, for me, manual is the best way still for me. You can create an automated strategy to do auto break even, like a true auto break even. Like the moment you get filled, it'll just move your stop loss to break even. Maybe I'll create that. I don't know. The only tricky thing is like if you do like multiple orders, like if you scale in, I don't know how that'll work. It'll be a little confusing. Very choppy right now. Not sure what's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be head and shoulders, and we could have a bear trend day today, but who knows? For break a trend to new high already created, reversal pattern already setting up here. So I think we're still in a downtrend, but not sure. Not sure. Good morning, guys. Todd at Stone City, good morning. Hassan, good morning. Frank Angel, good morning, says, whenever I'm connected to Apex, my charts are off from yours. When I'm connected to NT, they match. Weird. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that is. BNZNB Trading says chop. Carl Herman from Asheville, good morning. Turtle Toes, good morning. Grant Kim from Los Angeles, good morning. Aaron Korn, good morning. Iriki, you enter on a dark green signal, yes. In the right context, yes. Market just opened, pandas. German Castillo says, good morning from Washington. Our pandas market just opened. We're getting some volume finally. It's been a long time. And finally getting a little volume. Let's go. Let's get that bamboo today. On the higher time frames, we simply have just hit the 20 EMA. We could just have another leg up here. No setups for me. Do I want a long trade here? We're above the 20 MA. Long trade here. Would that be what I want? Not sure. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to go long or short here. I mean, it's above the 20 MA, so it's hard for me to go short. But also, I'm not entirely confident to go long here as well. a nice push up here. It looks like it wants to move up now. I may look for a long trade, maybe second entry long here. Big move up. No entries for me. Possible fails against a short, can't take it too far away from 20 May. A lot of you guys think it's going to be a bull trend day today. And second, a lot of you guys think it's going to be a trading range. It's hard to say, but it looks... I mean, this move up is pretty strong right now. Essentially, it's a spiking channel. This is how I'm seeing it right now. And the channel is very tight. Hope everyone else is doing well. We actually get a tap off of the 20 EMA now, making this failed second entry short more enticing. So I guess just short to go long here. I was thinking if I can get like a small enough risk here, like a 2-point risk. No, I don't want it. If it reverses here, it's just not something I want. Yeah, ends up being a big move. Yeah, that tap off the 20 EMA with the trap. I wanted a little bit more retracement, but it didn't give it to me. But ends up being a nice scalp right there. Easy peasy. Just, I want a little more retracement. That little teeny bar here scared me that if it reversed here, could have moved down, but fails like entry short, ends up being right off the 20 MA. Good move. Good long trade right there. Bull Palm asks, when we have an overshoot of a trend channel to an undershoot, do we consider that a break of trend, or is that just PA within the trend? Undershoot to overshoot? I would say that's... You know what? I mean, I've seen this happen a lot, and, you know, oftentimes the undershoot to overshoot, you know, if it happens like this on a downtrend, then oftentimes it does lead to a reversal. But it's not enough, you know, It happens often enough where it makes you think it's a strategy, but it's tricky. It's you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All I know is that the price action is done when you have an undershoot to overshoot. Then kind of anything can really happen. This could have continued to trading range, could have done a couple things. The main reason why I didn't want to enter this trade is because there was not enough room to the top of these candles here. So me entering long here, for me, would have been a little risky just because this could have obviously acted as a type of resistance. So I was afraid to enter that long here. There's not enough room from here to here for me to scalp out. That's kind of why I wanted the retracement. Not only reduce my risk, but give me a little more room to the top of that pivot. We're about to break the overnight high. We just touched the overnight high. Now we broke above it, making a new high. Strong move up. 4 pushes up as well. The 5-minute chart looks fairly bullish. A new high created again. This uptrend's not done. Am I looking for a reversal pattern here? Maybe, but I mean, it looks like a strong uptrend right now. Yeah, it's like an always in long type situation right now. And it's at this point, you almost buy anything at this point. No setups for me. This was the only setup so far. And it ends up being a nice one. Strong move up, no entries. Ends up being an overshoot. So the question is it too late in trend to enter? Hard to say. I mean, the 5-minute, very strong move up. When you have a 5-minute chart that looks like this, the first 3 candles, then you can maybe say this is going to be a strong bull trend day today. 10,000 tick chart, clearly above the 20 MA. I mean, on the 10,000 tick chart, you can make the case you have first breaker trend to new high. If I want to start going short, I need to look for evidence. I need to see long trades fail. I need to see, good long trades start to fail, and I need to see maybe like a pullback failing. And that's, the only problem is I'll be hindsight. Throw in the chat if you're looking for a long trade, give me a 1. If you're looking for a short trade, give me a 2. Some may look at this and say this overextended, breaking this high, break a trend to new high. Some people will say that, looking for reversal. Some people will say this is a strong bull trend, though not counter trend trade. These are all first entry longs. I mean, it looks like a strong bull trend still, but I mean, I don't see any entries for me. Seems like a lot of you guys are looking for a long trade. Some of you guys are looking for a short trade, probably a trap trade of some sort. Now starting to get choppy. So those who are always in long are starting to feel a little sus, a little skeptical now. Thinking, okay, this is not always in long, or this is not breakout mode anymore. We're starting to turn to a trading range a little bit. Teeny little bar. Market's confused. Inside bar, OII pattern. Breakout mode. Breaks to the downside. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Right at the 20 MA. Do I want a second entry long here?
Five-minute trap.
First entry. Potential fail second entry short on the 5-minute chart here. A, B, C, second entry short. Starting to reverse very far away from 20 MA. Do I want a short trade or a long trade here? That is the question. It's a lower high setup here, but not one I'm willing to take unless we were in the trading range. Could be a second entry long. Maybe second entry long here. A, B, C. I'll consider going long, thinking we made a trading range here, coming back into our trading range. It'll be a high or low second entry long, most likely. Inside bar, right? OI pattern, breakout mode. Right, on a smaller time frame is simply a triangle. We get a double bottom. It does break above the previous candle's high. We don't actually trigger that second pullback yet. We need that second pullback to go long here, and let's see if the market gives it to us. I'm not sure if it will. Second pullback has been given. So we have a second pullback. Right now it's a OIO pattern. With a decent signal bar, I'll be willing to go long here, coming back into our trading range. This is our signal bar currently. Don't like that. If I have enough room to the top of this trading range, I'll be willing to go in, but signal bar has to be decent enough for me to do it. Signal bar is looking pretty terrible. It's not a good signal bar. Looking to go long here. If we get a decent signal bar, so I'm waiting for. Okay, kind of a strong push down. Not sure what's happening here, but you got 1, 2, 3 points of risk. Second entry long. Come with a retracement if this triggers. Triple top, micro triple top, pushing down strongly. It's getting a little choppy here, but I see we're at the bottom of a trading range. I'm willing to go long here. Came with a retracement with about 1, 2, 3 points of risk here. Plenty of room to the top of the trading range here. I like this trade. Don't mind if we lose it. It's 3 points of risk. It looks like it wants to hit me though. Unfortunately. Staying above 20 MA now. It looks like it wants to hit me. But that's why I want that retracement, right? You get 3 points of risk and you're wanting 2 points. It's a very good risk reward. Coming off the 20 MA, strong, bold trend currently. And yeah, I mean, ends up being a nice bar. Maybe a little too choppy here, but I think it's still a good trade in my opinion. Would I reverse my trade here? Nah, I'll just keep this. I could skunk it and just take this and save myself from 1 point, but my opinion, the risk is so small. I don't mind losing this at all. So we'll just see what happens here. Maybe it's a little too choppy here. Could have came out break even. Right, this is not the follow through you wanted. So it feels a little disappointing. Could skunk this trade at any point in time if I don't feel comfortable. I feel very comfortable because I don't mind losing 3 points at all. So if I lose 3 points, it is what it is.
5-minute trap.
I like the makeup of this trade so far. Let's go, baby. In that bamboo early on. Came with that small retracement. That was a very little risk trade. You know, you're going for 2 points, risking 3. It's not bad. Let's go, baby. I was thinking of holding it to the top of the trading range, but I'll just take my scalps. Usually when it starts to get choppy like that, who knows what can happen. Sack of Clam says, how do I decide to go for 2 points? Yeah, pretty much candle size. At this point, I'm just going for 2 points because the candles are so large, right? I mean, if you're going to ever take a trade, it's going to be, you know, 3 to 4, maybe even 5 points now. So I'm just taking 2 points now. The risks of each candle is too large for a 1 point scalp, in my opinion. The trader's equation needs to make sense. Still a little choppy, but probably looking for a new high. Most likely. Or at least attempt to a new high. Yeah, I like this trade. I wanted too deep of a trade. I was like 2 point risk. That's a really good deal for that trade. You know, if I entered with that retracement that I was wanting, which was 1 tick, but you know, it missed it by 1 tick to be filled. But you're talking about 2 point risk for whatever trade you wanted to make. We do hit the top of the trading range, which I could have squeezed out maybe an extra point there, but it's all good. We do make a new high, so break a trend to new high now. Could potentially reverse here. Higher time frames, we're starting to create a wedge. Starting to create a wedge here. The 5-minute trap triggers. Oh my god. Trap triggers on the 5-minute, giving us a strong push up here. Our fail second inch short is really far away from 20 MA, so I'm not something necessarily I want to enter in, but you know, ends up triggering it on the 5-minute and giving it scalp. Curious to see what happens here. Marking this wedge. I mean, the 20 EMA acting as a support, maybe spiking channel. All right, the volatility is just so little right now. It's so small. It's incredible. We might be starting to enter a summer lull here. It's starting to trap trade here. Fails like entry short. This would trap the traders who try to, counter or fade this break of this trading range. Those people just got stopped out. They're thinking small risk, potential big reward. So it's a low probability trade. Wedge being created. Too far away from 20 MA to take that trap. Plus top of the wedge. Strong bull bar ending on its high on a breakout. Let's see if there's follow through. Looks like there's some follow through here. Let's let this candle finish. All right, wedge on the higher time frame. Strong bull bar, no follow through yet. The question is, are we overextended at this point? Like, should we be looking for some sort of reversal? Big break of trend, starting to create a wedge here. Could be a L4 setup. Fourth push up. Could be a lower high setup here. I'm not sure. I'm just waiting. I don't have a setup at all right now. The setup I'm waiting for is actually this setup here. A, B, C, trap to the short side. This is actually the setup I'm looking for because of the wedge. Plus break a trend to new high. If we're on a super strong uptrend, then none of that's going to matter. So you have a L4 setup, right? And this fourth push up is one tick. You know, you're starting to think maybe this uptrend is starting to weaken. This is a two-legged pullback, right? You can go long here, A, B, C, if you want to. It's not a trade that I'll take because we're far away from 20 MA. But if you believe, if you want to enter this uptrend, strong uptrend, that is a two-leggy. You can see with the indicator here, dark green number. It's actually a Pikachu trade. I don't like to go long at the top of, you know, wedges like this, because it ends up becoming resistance or failed breakouts oftentimes. Currently makes 2 points here. Perfect scalp. Do I want to reverse this? I'll be more enticed to reverse this than go long here, because there's enough room to the 20 MA here. I'm thinking we can reverse, come back here, but I'm gonna sit on my pause. Terrible signal bar as well. Ends up making a 2-point scalp. Ends up pushing higher. Might push higher than this pivot. Makes a new high. We're still in a strong uptrend, looks like. But look at every time it pushes up, it's getting smaller and smaller. But that's a two-leggy here. It's a risky two-leggy. I don't know if I would take that trade. But if you're very convicted of this strong uptrend, then maybe that was a setup for you, right? 2 pushes down. I usually don't go against L4 setups, especially with the breaker trend to new high. I don't do that. Welcome to my channel. I'm Bye Money. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Glad that you guys are here. After that long weekend, it's good to be back to be trading with the community here. Two-legged pullback community. Price action. Pure price action. Trading the emini only every single day. Want to move up though, Pandas, right? Want to move up. By the way, this is the last month for the coupon BBM50 for 50% off Apex, and if it's something you've been thinking about, I would take advantage of it. Again, I will be honest with you guys. I have not seen Apex without a coupon yet. So it could be this like lifelong coupon, but the thing is, they keep putting expiration dates on them. So at any point in time, they can say, no, we're not going to extend it. You are warned. This was, you know, we told you when it's going to expire. And that's it. You know, at any time they can do that. Maybe when they feel like they have enough, you know, strong enough customer base, they feel like they can get rid of that coupon. But who knows? Who knows? But with that 50% coupon, it is one of the best deals you can get, I think, in life. The potential to trade multiple accounts on Apex using the trade copier, the potential is insane. It's amazing. Not only is the potential is amazing, the risk is very low. You're not risking that much. You're only risking the prices of evaluations, and that's about it. But the potential of reward is amazing. Small risk, small reward, which means low probability. Which means most likely a lot of you guys will fail to do it. But that's the reality of trading. You know, it's very difficult to become a profitable trader. But if you're profitable, this is a nice tool to have, a nice product to have at your disposal. But that coupon code's there for you guys, BBM50. Chris Liu says, Canadian futures trader had a 75% off for 24 hours last week because he reached out to Apex to celebrate reaching a sub goal. Huh. Ha 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 ha. I am reaching 10,000. Maybe at 10,000 subs, they can give me 100% off coupon code. We'll see. Maybe. I definitely have brought in a lot of people to Apex, so maybe that'd be nice. An exclusive code for my pandas. Creating this insane ascending triangle. Ascending triangles, if you don't know, are bearish patterns. But let's see which way this happens, because every once in a while they do break the other way. Give me a short trade. Give me a fails like entry long in this area. I'll take it. Pandas. No entries for me yet. Kid Poker says, good morning, Panda. Just watching this triangle right now. I'm looking for a failsafe entry long. A, B, C. Turtle Toe says feels good to be able to trade at market open again. Glad you're back. We may get our second entry, fail second entry long here. We may just get it. It is a little choppy though. I don't like that. We're so clearly above the 20 MA as well. Getting very choppy. Okay, multiple bars in overlapping. You got two dojis also in a row. Can't take that long. It is a higher low second entry long here off the 20 MA. It's just too choppy, and a good signal bar, but I cannot take that long, especially because I'm looking for a failed second entry long here.
5-minute trap.
5 minute, perhaps trapping again, making it L4 setup. Outside bar reversal. Oh no, it's not. Okay, that was outside bar reversal. Hard for me to go long, especially when it looks like this. I don't want to go short here either because we're clearly above the 20 MA. If I'm going to go short here, I will have to swing it. I will have to swing the trade. Terrible signal bar as well. Pushes higher. Second entry long. Perhaps double top here. It's just this uptrend right now is just it is very strong, but at the same time, the look of it, it's wedging. It's wedging while it's going up. This is typically a bearish pattern, but I mean the price action is saying otherwise right now. We do make a type of double top, perhaps a wedge here as well. Another wedge on top of the wedge. It's hard for me to go short here as well. It is hard for me to go short because clearly we're above the 20 MA.
Trap.
If we don't have enough room to 20 MA, then it'd be hard for me to go short into it. But I feel like if I do go short here, I would have to swing it pretty hard. Because it's a low probability trade, but good risk reward. Second entry short does trigger there. Do we want to measure move is a question. Yeah, I have no entries here. Sorry, pandas. It's a wedge inside a wedge. Corsi says that was a good double key entry point because we do have this working for us, but in my opinion, just because we already had breaker trend to new high, I'm not really willing to go long here. Starting to do a trading range now. But some of you guys could have gone long there. I just don't like the fact that we're at the wedge, top of a wedge, going long at it. My eyes were pretty much set on a failed second entry long here, but so I wasn't really thinking of a long, but I mean, it could be, right? Just a trade off this trend line, off the 20 MA as well. So double key areas. Good signal bar, high or low setup as well, Pikachu setup. Starting to do trading range here. From the top to the bottom to the top to the bottom. To the top, perhaps back to the bottom, but the 20 EMA. Right, this is a lower high second entry, or this is a lower high entry. Maybe back to the bottom of the trading range. Starting to create a trading range. Top to the bottom. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top. One tick away from the bottom. Hits the bottom. Trading range indicator. The wedge is created and then a lower high was created after that wedge. Wedge on a wedge. This is a second entry long here, but again, I'm not interested. A little too overextended. Large risk now. Risk is getting larger.
5-minute trap.
This could burst to the upside. That's fine. It'll just go on without me, which I'm completely okay with. The 5-minute currently acting, looking like a trading range, getting choppy. 10K getting choppy as well, going sideways. Do I want to go short here? I want to go short here. Top of the wedge. Wedge and a wedge. Trap pattern. Hitting the bottom to the top of the trading range again. No joy. Trap is gone. No longer interested. I mean, this is just difficult. High or low, second entry long. I had the wedge of a wedge. This is absolutely incredible right now. If this breaks up to the upside, that's the rare thing to happen. Multiple wedges. Getting rid of my wedges because even with the wedge, with a double top, lower high double top, this is still pushing up higher. Measure move created for the 5-minute chart as well. If you look at this breakout to here, copy and paste it, we are at the measure move of this 5-minute breakout. Measure move pretty much filled on the 5-minute now. What's the measure move look like here on the 10K chart? First pullback. With a lower high setup, I may enter short here to come back into our trading range. Actually looking for a lower high setup now to come back into our trading range. If we can get it. Let's see if we can get our lower high. It needs to trigger a previous candle's high in order for me to get a lower high. I see a trading range now being formed. Coming back into failed breakout of it. Just watching. No entries for me yet. Toronto says, did you say it needs to break a previous candle's high to become a lower high? Yes, because we need another pivot. So it has to break the previous candle's high, right, to create a chance for a lower high. Right, so now we can create a lower high with this pivot. If this leg now goes above this leg, then it's no longer a lower high. So we have a lower high potential here. I'm thinking we come back into our trading range. Decent signal bar, be willing to go short here. This signal bar is way too bullish, or yeah, way too bullish to go short now. If it ends strong on its high, it could be always in long. Could always be in long now. The only problem is that we have this trading range to deal with still. We have this pivot high that can act as a resistance. A potential lower high setup, and that would be above the 20 MA. Right, as you can see, the 20 MA have been acting as support so far. Hard to trade against that when we've seen it act as a support this long. made a new high. So no lower high setup. We're still pushing up, creating another wedge. So on strong bull trends, these wedges really get broken all the time. Ends up being a failed second tree short, and actually pushes up. So we had 3 long entries here, which I would say 10% of the time, something like this does happen. When you have a trend so strong that every one of these long entries were good, but that's like one of those 10% days, trend days, that we rarely get. But I mean, this looks like a strong move up. So daily chart, we do have some gaps to fill. Could push up higher. The 10K is absolute chop right now. 5 minute also chop. Trading beneath the 20 MA now. Things are changing now. First entry off our trend line. Perhaps a lower high setup here. Still very hard to go short. I mean, it has to be a trap trade for me. I cannot enter in a lower high. I have to have way more evidence that we're reversing here. I mean, this is such a strong uptrend right now. Like, you need a lot of evidence that you are reversing. Trading range on the 5 minute. This is just absolute chop. Trading range on a 10K chart. 2K chart showing some big movements up and down right now. There's no setups for me, but that first entry off our 20 EMA and trend line is pushing up. Let's see, I'm making like a lower high here, maybe. I mean, it is 4 pushes up, so potential L4 setup. Potential lower high here. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm assuming you want to go long here, but at the same time, the entries are not coming for us.
Five-minute trap.
Trap on the 5-minute triggered. Hooey. I mean, 99% chance we'll come back down to the 20 EMA sometime today, or the 20 EMA will come back to us. We'll touch it, but who knows in what way it's gonna happen. Just watching here. This is a second entry long. Coming off the 20 EMA, you can do what you want with it. For me, there's not enough room to the top of this pivot for me to take it. Chaz Bruce asks, why is my resistance so high? It's simply a channel. Spike and channel. The fact that it's missing this resistance gives us information. The reason why it's a little difficult, because if you look at the higher time frames, it is absolutely grinding up right now, and it's very difficult to trade, right? When you see price action like this on the higher time frames, it makes it very difficult to trade. Skipping this. Thank you, next. Chaz Bruce. So the fact that you can't reach the top, that means the swing lows are further down than the swing highs. So that means that momentum is starting to be lost as we keep touching the bottom but cannot reach the top of this channel. Right? This channel is showing us visually, right, the fact that we were able to move this high on this end, and we came back down to make the bottom channel. We're not able to make that same type of momentum back up as we had here, from here to here. So we can see that the swing lows are getting less and less intense, we'll say. Do we have news this week? Someone mentioned Fed is talking. Nothing for the US. We have something at 9:30 tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Fed Chair Powell testifies. And again on the 23rd, so Wednesday and Thursday. Huh. Yeah, volume is like dead. It's grinding up. I mean, again, this price action here, that's almost impossible to trade. When you see something like this happening, something, you know, it's just grinding up, and very difficult to find setups when the price action looks like this. Basically, just sit on your pause. You don't do anything. You can go long here if you want. It is a second entry long off of our trend line. I'm sitting on my pause. I don't mind missing any of these trades. It's just not a good place for me to want to trade right now. It is a second entry long off our trend line, off the 20 MA. Micro double bottom. Ends up giving you a scalp. But again, not a trade I like. It's working for you this time. But this is like one of those 10% days where it's just things like this don't really happen. Can't use this trend line. Completely shot. What a snoozer. All right, pandas. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I made my bamboo already today, and I know it looks like $100 to you guys, but for me, I'm very content with this. If you knew how many accounts I had, this is actually very nice to have. And so if you know, the more accounts you have, obviously, the more these small little gains you're happy with them, because it translates into a lot. You know, when you multiply by how many accounts you have. So I'm fine with my $100, you know, in the first morning, in the first hour of trading. And, you know, there's a lot of, I guess, long setups here, but I'm skipping them because I don't like the chop that we're in. I don't like how far we are in our trend. You know, we're late in trend. I don't like how it looks like on the higher time frames. And so, though you might think I'm missing a lot of trades, in my mind, I am completely okay with that. So, and with that being said, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.